Good morning, everyone. It's Maria Leaders, and I'm filming this morning from the sunny Gold Coast in Queensland, gorgeous Australia. So, from wherever you're joining me today, welcome. And this morning, I really want to talk about something that has inspired me. I've listened to a few podcasts over the last few weeks, and I think this topic is certainly worth mentioning, especially for our women. I'm talking about purpose and passion. There seems to be a big hype around having to find our purpose and having to find our purpose so that we can do what it is that we love and create a better life for ourselves and our families, which is absolutely true. The problem is there are a vast number, a majority of women that can't find their purpose, can't find their passion, and it leaves them in a spiral. So if you're a woman that's feeling a bit lost, not knowing what to do with themselves, not knowing what they love, then maybe this little diagram may give you a little bit of clarity around what happens. And it's certainly great to be positive and look at all the great things about having a purpose and passion, but there is also the other side where there are women that actually do struggle with finding it. So let's work out why. So purpose and passion, when we don't know what we want and we don't know what we love, it tends to give us a little bit of a lack of identity. Because that sort of runs us to, we don't know who we are. We don't know, if people ask us, what do you do? We don't know what to say because we really have no idea because we haven't discovered our purpose or our passion. So we can't put ourselves in any type of sort of group or give ourselves a title. So we feel that we have no identity and that we don't know who we are, which in essence creates feelings of anxiety, depression, confusion, and not being worthy. So the next step for us, and what the books tell us and what our training and coaches tell us, and I know that I've done the same with my clients, is let's go and find our purpose. Let's go and find our passion. Let's find what it is. So that journey in itself, from having no identity to going searching, also brings up those same emotions. Especially if you still don't find and don't identify with what it is that you love and what it is that you want to do. So those same feelings of anxiety, depression, no confidence, not being worthy, it just happens all over again. So then you end up in a circle. You end up going around and around. And once you get on that rat wheel, it's really hard to get off because we start to believe that we don't have anything that we love. We don't have anything that we want to do. And we become so lost and we become so upset and we become so angry and frustrated, but then we just keep treading on that same cycle. So here's something that the experts may not sort of point out so obviously. And this is really important, this exercise that I'm going to share with you, that will take you probably about maybe half an hour. So you find a nice quiet space and you sit down with a cup of coffee, preferably with some nice light coming through, or outside would be even better, where you sort of got the energy of the trees and the beautiful nature. And be honest with these set of questions that I'm going to put up now, and for you to actually sit down and answer. So I'll just flip over my page. So what tends to happen for us as women is it's really hard for us to look in ourselves and be honest about what it is that we love, because it just might not be commercial enough, or it might not have enough weight or enough bearing, and people might laugh at what we tell them that our identity is and who we are, because it doesn't sound as good as somebody else who's an author or a speaker or a writer. But let me assure you that by understanding and being honest with who you are and accepting what it is that you love, because you innately have it. The searching starts and ends from inside, but it's about feeling worthy enough to accept what it is that you love to do and what it is that you want to be doing. Because it's so easy for us to create big stories and make some great big things because it just sounds better, it sounds more acceptable, people will look at us as more successful. It's just all crap, because ideally it's about being honest with us and finding within ourselves what it is, because the doors and the opportunities then will come. The more that we push something that's not us, the more that we go against something that we don't feel is congruent with who we are, it's just not ever going to work. So here are the set of questions. So sit down, cup of coffee, nice quiet space, and make a list of everything that you love. Make a list of everything that makes you smile, that you enjoy doing, that you never get sick of, that brings you loads and loads of happiness, that you love to learn about, that you love to read about, and something that when you do, you lose track of time. Hours can go past and you kind of suddenly wake up and go, oh my God, where has that time gone? So let me give you an example of a woman that has young children and just loves her kids. You would ask her, what is it that you love? And she would say, my children. Love my kids, I love my family. What makes you smile? Watching my kids every day, watching them do activities, watching them learn something new. What do you enjoy doing? I just love playing with the kids. I love spending time with them. What do you never get sick of? Well, I never get sick of spending time and doing activities and taking them out. What brings you happiness? Just being able to spend time with them, seeing them smile, seeing them learn, seeing them grow. What do you like learning about? Love learning about the kind of food that they should be eating, the dietary needs. I love learning about, what clothing they should wear, what the fashion is. What do you love reading about? Love reading about, the different types of schooling that's available, the different type of activities I can get the kids involved in. And what do you lose track of time doing when you're doing it? And that's spending my time with the children and doing things with them. So for a woman that can answer those honestly and openly, it's very, very clear that her identity is a mother, a wife, a partner. And yet women have such a big issue with coming up forward and saying that that is what their passion is, that is what their identity is, that is what they love. Because it doesn't sound commercial enough, and maybe people won't take them serious. Yet let me assure you that someone that knows what it is they love and they have a real passion about it, everything can be created. There are so many mumpreneurs that are making millions online, doing blogs, that are writing books about kids' diets, that are buying and importing kids' clothing, that are doing educational things. Everything, all the opportunities come the moment that we identify and we are in line and congruent with what it is that we truly love. And this will change, because as our life changes, kids grow, experiences happen, then that whole list will have a whole lot of different answers. But it's what we do is look too much in the future instead of looking in the now, looking at where we are today and looking at what's important for us now, because we're never going to have this now again. This now will become part of our past. So living in the past or planning too far in the future, we're missing out the whole thing of just being present and doing what we have to do and loving what we're doing now. So I hope that has given you a little bit of an insight and given you just another take on purpose and passion. I think for women, we just put so much pressure and so much stress on ourselves to try and be something that we're possibly not, because we all have our uniqueness and whatever we have in ourselves is perfect. It's just identifying, accepting, and really owning it so that we can get out there and make a difference doing what we love and what we can spend all our time in. And if it is being a mum, then that is amazing, because let me say, the mothers of our world have so much to offer. And please be honest when you do your questions. And if you have any feedback or you have any questions or anything, just post them underneath and I'll definitely get back to you. But I hope you enjoyed that episode, and I will be back very soon with another one. And until then, bye for now from sunny, beautiful Gold Coast, Queensland. Mwah.